Ni hao. Ni hao, Geostar. Sorry I missed you today, but I was not feeling very well this morning. But I'm better now, thank you. So I'm going to pre-record this, and hopefully it'll go okay. You know I don't like to do this. I'd much rather be live, but... So let's get started. I need you to pull out your South American tab, and I'm going to show you which one that is as soon as I find it. The South America tab is this one right here. You see that? We're going to be in South America. So you're going to pull that, and that's where that dark part is the part we're going to do. That map one, and next we're going to do the bottom part, and then we're going to do this. So pull that out while I am talking to you, okay? So where is my Zoom? Where am I? Okay, here I am. So now I want to go here and share this. This is South America, you see? It is below, this right here is Central America. It's below Central America, and there's some amazing features in South America. It's basically a Spanish country. Oh, ni hao, I forgot. Ni hao, what does that mean? Hello in Chinese. Ni hao, hello in Chinese. So we are going to talk about South America today, and one of the biggest features is the Amazon River right here. I'm sure y'all have heard of the Amazon River. And then there's mountains that come up to the side right here, and those are called the Andes Mountains. So let me show you about the Amazon River. It is the longest, it's the second longest river in the world. What's the first one? Do y'all know? The Nile River in Africa. And then it is home of the world's the world's rainforest, where we get a lot of our medicines, and a lot of stuff happens in the rainforest. Without the rainforest, I don't know what would happen to our world. And the Amazon River is 4,000 miles long, which means it's as long as driving to California and back. That's how long the Amazon River is. And a man has actually, in 2007, actually swam the whole thing. So that is the Amazon River, which runs in there, and then the Andes Mountains is another aspect. See these mountains? The Andes Mountains is the longest mountain range, where it spreads throughout South America. It's a little place right here called Machu Picchu. It's a very famous place. It's the middle of the Andes Mountains. It's very hard to get to. But it was a little Inca town that never got fully developed. They don't know what happened. But there it is. See it right in the middle, right there in the middle of the mountains? They built that town. Isn't that amazing? It's very difficult to get to. But a very hidden town in the middle of the Andes Mountains. And then we have the Galapagos Islands right over here. See, they're part of Ecuador. The Galapagos Islands is a very interesting place. It is a national park for those of you that like to go to national parks. And that is where Charles Darwin found his theory of evolution. Do y'all know what that is? That's something we do not believe in. We believe God created us. But this right here is how he found it. And you could do more research on that if you wanted to. You can actually take trips there. Very interesting. And what he found there was not true, but he thought it was true. And then another, right here in Brazil, Brazil's the largest country in South America, there is a famous statue, and it is called Christ the Redeemer. It's in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. There it is, on top of that mountain. And actually, the South Americans turned Catholic when Portugal came and took them over back in the day when they were discovering America and all the little lands when they started, Christopher Columbus, all of them started sailing. Well, the Portugal came over, and Portugal's religion was Catholic. So the Catholics took over, and they have this Christ the Redeemer, which means peace. And then how big is that? Here we go. What do you think this is? I wish you guys were live. This is the Tower of Pisa in Italy. This is the Eiffel Tower in France. And this is Taj Mahal in India. I think India. And it's a place for the princess or something. And this is how big Christ the Redeemer is compared to those. Pretty neat, huh? So that's a little bit about South America, just so you get an idea. And it's got the Atlantic Ocean and the Pacific Ocean surrounding it, and the Amazon River dumps all this fresh water from the mountains in the Andes. The mountains in the Andes, it starts there and it comes out and it dumps into the Atlantic Ocean. Bunches of fresh water. And I would love to visit the Amazon. Wouldn't that be cool? That's a big fish. Okay, so let's move on and let's go back to, I don't know how this, let's go back to this, okay? Pull this up. So we are going to be working on our map today. Number 1 area in South America. And there's the shaded part of it. That's what we're going to work on today. And remember, I did not make these up. This is the curriculum. They make up these words. Some of them don't make sense, but some of them rhyme. Some of them are just try to give you a little ditty so you can remember it. So number 1 is this right here. Connect the dots. And it's called a columbine flower. And the columbine flower will help us remember Colombia. Colombia right here. Got it? Columbine flower. Colombia. Okay, number 2 is, if you do the little lines, there's a little man sitting in a boat, and it's called a gandule. Gandule? Something like that. It's actually, what? Do they have those in Italy? Right? Well, Venezuela means Little Italy. So that's why we have a gandule there. So number 3 is a little man holding his hand up. It's Guyana. Guyana. It's a guy with his hand up saying, "Hi, Anna, Guyana. Hi, Anna, Guyana." Number 4 is Suriname. And that right there is supposed to be a huge wave, and it's supposed to be a tsunami for Suriname. Got it? Suriname. That kind of sounds Indian, but it's actually in South America. Number 5, if you connect the dots, it's supposed to be a little box of French fries for French Guyana. French fries for Queen Anna. French Guyana. I think it's actually Guyana. It's French Guyana. French Guyana. This is Guyana, and this is Guyana. That's hard. But, okay, number 6 is the largest country in Brazil. The largest country in South America. It's Brazil for a gorilla Brazilla. A Brazilla gorilla. Okay, number 7 is a spur. That's supposed to be a spur. You put in the back of your boots, like a cowboy. A spur is Uruguay. Uruguay, spur. I don't know. I don't quite get that one. Remember, I didn't make these up. But you notice, one of the things I want you to notice is all the letters of a country are capitalized. Always, always, always capitalize the first letter of a country because it is a proper noun. If I just said country, I wouldn't capitalize country. But if I'm going to say Colombia, I'm going to capitalize it. So you guys got it? We did it. We did it. So we're done with that. So now how do I come back to me? How do I go back to me? I don't know how to get back to me. I don't know how. Oh, here. I think I found it. I am. I don't know where I am. I can't find me. Where could I be? I'm lost. I'm trying to get back to you. But I can't. Don't know where I'm at. Ah, there I am. Yay. Did it work? Okay. I'm back. So now that we know a little bit about South America, we're moving on. Moving on to something new. Now, have you guys ever used, I want you to do your homework, work on Shepherd software so you can know the countries in South America. It's all about remembering the countries of the world. That's what we want. So that's the goal, and that's what we're going to do. Have you guys ever had one of these? You know what this is? It's a compass. And if we were live, maybe when we go back in January, hopefully, we can actually do some compass skills. But the compass actually points, when you put it, no matter where you're at, you're going to put it and it'll point north, because the world is a magnet and it always points north. So wherever you're standing, you can always find north. And it's a wonderful tool, and we would practice it when we go live. But for now, we're going to do something else kind of like it so we can do it online. But I do have a sad story, though, because if it points north and I go north to the North Pole, it's just the Arctic Ocean. Where's Santa's house? Ooh, does Santa live under the ocean? I don't know. Just a joke, y'all. But actually, the North Pole, there's two North Poles. If you get all the longitude lines up and you get up there, that's the North Pole. But the compass does a different North Pole. And there's actually two North Poles, because the compass one actually changes because of the magnetic field in the world, which we're going to learn about later on in the year. But for now, we're not going to do that because we're on this video call. So we're going to do, I need you to do the compass. We're going to have homework is the compass. I need you to do the north, south, and understand the compass rose. So if we don't have this, we're going to use the compass rose, which you find on maps. And it tells you the direction north. So if you're looking north, you know behind you south. And you know to the right of you is east, and the left of you is west. So I want you to keep practicing that when you're out and you see the sun rising. You know the sun rises in the east. So then in your mind, say, if the sun's over there in the east, which direction is north? And then if you see the sun setting in the west, you say, which direction is north? I want you to always be understanding of your surroundings so that you won't be directionally challenged, and that you'll understand where north and south and east and west are in the real world. And we would practice that if we could, but we're inside on a Zoom meeting and it doesn't work. But anyhow, you have this for your homework, which is very easy peasy. It's probably just busy work. I probably shouldn't have you do it, but I want you to do it so you'll remember to do it outside, so you won't be directionally challenged. And then this one is some more practice with the north-south. So the actual north-south, east-west are called cardinal directions. I don't know, they call it cardinal because back in the day, cardinal meant leader, or I think in the Catholic Church, cardinal is high up. So those are the major points of the compass. Then you have northwest, southwest, and east, and northeast, or southeast and northeast. Those are not cardinal directions. The cardinal directions are only north, south, east, and west. The other ones are intermittent directions. And you'll see when you do the homework, this homework practice, because I want you guys to get understanding maps and love maps. When we grew up, we did not have a Google map. We did not have Google Maps. So there is something about maps that's very interesting. This dude right here, can you see this? This guy right here, I hope you can see it, is Mercator. A map maker is called a cartographer. Well, Mercator decided, well, the world is round, but we need it flat so we can take it with us on ships and stuff. So he took this round world and made it flat. But in the meantime of doing the round world flat, he actually caused a problem because there are many projections of maps. So there's a Robinson projection, there's a Mercator projection, there's many different types of maps, how they make this round world flat. And you can actually sometimes look at the bottom of a map and see which projection it is. And projection means how they're showing it. So look at how skewed it is. So here, the closer you are to the equator, the more accurate the flat map will be. The farther away you get from the equator, the less accurate it will be. So here's Greenland. Check Greenland out. Greenland really on the map looks huge, right? But when you compare Greenland to South America, it's really not that big. Even though on the map it looks huge, it's really not that big. So we got to be careful when we look at the projections on maps. They're not totally accurate. And sometimes what happens is we think that, oh, that country's more powerful, because back in the day, more land meant more power. So they thought, oh, that country's more powerful, look all the land it has. But it really wasn't that big. It just looked that big on the projection. So here's Canada with the United States. That's a little more accurate because it's a little closer to the equator, right? And same thing with Mexico. But you're kind of a little more accurate, but Greenland's way off because it's farthest from the equator and it's way off in the projection. So that is projections of a map that goes from round to flat. And that, you're supposed to draw the map on an orange and lay it out. I know one of y'all did it and see how it changes. And I don't know if it's really accurate. If we were in class, we would have done it again, but we are going to meet in class and we're going to have some fun when we do. I can't wait. But I think that's it for now. I did post all your homework. And I need you guys to make sure you work as hard as you can at memorizing these because I want you to know them inside and out, inside and out. Now, the Caribbean islands were pretty hard, but just Caribbeans, you know where it's at. And kind of the names of them help you to remember that. I think that's it for now, though. I think that's all I got. Since I don't have any interaction, it's pretty boring. But I do feel better. So next 2 weeks, I'm going to be on vacation, but I'm still going to Zoom. And one of the times I'm going to go to a special location and you have a map in your stuff I gave you, the New York map. You're going to need to bring that out because I'm going to tell you where I'm at and you have to tell me where I'm at by the location markers I'll give you. But I'll explain that more next week because I'm going to be on vacation, but I'm still going to Zoom. So I will see you next Monday, my GeoStars. Goodbye.